All right. So let's see, we got you. And you're just living your life. But then you decide to, like, you hear about God and you believe in Jesus. What the Bible says is that after you believed in Jesus, there's a whole list of things that happened. So, for example, like you became a new creation. Everything old is gone. You're free from sin. You love your brother. You have a whole bunch of promises that happen. And what happens is that when someone looks at their life, so it's like they have two things. Someone looks at their life right now and they see that it doesn't line up with all these things that the Bible says. And what they do is that they try really hard to do these things while still staying here. And obviously they don't work because you can't really do things when you're on this side alone. It's actually kind of cool. It turned out to be a cross here. So when you get through Jesus, you actually become all these things, the Bible says. And then what's left is that between these things is your brain, like your mind. And every day you have to decide, are you going to believe this or this? So when you start believing this, you actually don't have to try really hard to change this. It actually starts changing it automatically because it says it's Christ in you doing the work. So that's why you have a lot of people that try really hard to change, but it doesn't really work. But then some people, they just believed in God yesterday and they look like a completely different person because they believed in all this stuff. They believed that they're a new person. So if you want to be more like Jesus, what you have to do is decide in your mind that you're already like him because you believed in him and you became one with him. And instead of trying to change who you are over here, you have to tell your mind that this is not who I am anymore. That this person died. And now I'm a new person who's perfect. And until your mind is convinced of that, this guy's going to be alive. And he's going to be trying really hard to fix himself. And it's not going to work. Because self can't fix self. Like it's fighting fire with fire. It's not going to work. What fights fire is water, and what fights self is love. And since God is love, you get love in there, and then self is gone because they're opposites, they're incompatible. So the choice is yours. Are you going to try really hard to change yourself with self? Or are you going to look at what the Bible says about you and say, yes, this is me. And yes, when I look at my life, it doesn't look like this. But I'm going to start reading these things. I'm going to start saying these things. And when I pray, I'm not going to look at myself apart from God. I'm going to look at God and I will see myself with him. And when I see God in me, the hope of glory, I will see all these things that they already happened. And then, yeah, I can be just like Jesus without even trying to do anything physically because it happened in my mind and my mind knows that I'm already like him.